Yo, what's good, YouTube? We back with another video. We streaming now, so we got um, this shit live now. We're let's see what's up real quick. I'm streaming. What happened? Hold up. Let me see if I can. Bruh. That shit literally is corny as hell, bro. Alright, we back, yo. I thought I had to restart the stream and everything, bro. I literally had caps lock on. That shit did not let me click any button. That's fuck ass button. Oh my gosh. That shit's annoying. Alright, now we here. Just myself in the stream. Like, that shit is annoying. One button could not let me, like, caps lock. You know? Yeah. That shit, bro. That shit didn't let me click nothing. Like, now we here. Alright, yeah, we here. We're here for sure. For sure. Alright, we gotta get to it, though. I'm gonna start charting up then. So I gotta start charting up. Word. We in this.
Okay, give me this.
I love you.
I love
See
you.
you later, huh?
Okay, I love you.
I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Everything's in the car now?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Alright, I love you.
After this, I have to go straight to my mom's.
Alright.
For breakfast.
I know.
Okay? I'm gonna talk to you later. I love you.
Alright, I love you. Yeah, we're green now. We here, so let me get this shirt real quick. Might have to mute up, throw on some background music, but okay. So we're here. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So I don't got really much time for the market open. Boom. We know we got an SMT here. We know we got SMT here. Okay. Big gap. We got a gap here. We might got that 4-hour gap we did not touch into. That possibly could be an entry to where we like short. It's just we're not gonna make any assumptions. We're just gonna go solely off price action. So we know we got sell side here and there. We're gonna mark out that one. It's our sell side. Mark out this as our sell side. So we got about 10 minutes before market open. And I'm gonna do what I didn't do. So we took out buy side, took out this internal high. It's kind of where I wanna see like displacement lower. So I'm trying to see on a lower time frame if we gotta move to send us lower, which we do. It's more as like, what does it look like? Is it clear? We got a change in the state right there. Pulled up to it. So is there likelihood to sell back down? Yes, there is. So we just gotta wait. We know we got sell side right here, resting at or near a 4-hour gap. That's open. And then our sell side would be right exactly there. And that is, looks like equal lows. Don't know yet though. Equal lows, so it's very clean. I'd want to see ES get inside this gap again, sweep out these lows. As long as Nas can do the same thing. That's obviously an entry. We got a wide open 15-minute right here. I want to see ES tie back into if we want to rebalance price. So right now, bit bearish, meaning I would sell. I just want to be patient though. Not really here to rush a trade. It's literally Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody out there. Like, hope y'all enjoying your holidays. Yeah, there's really no need to rush anything at the moment. Remember, we got this external level. we did not take yet. So if you guys want to know how to make your line straight, you just hold shift while you're dragging it out. So this is kind of like what I want to see here, but we're getting through this gap, which is also, you know, a 15-minute change. So I would like to see what the open has to you know, do, as well as I would enter prematurely, but we just changed here, pulled back up to it, tapped into this. It's just price action isn't as efficient, but could easily take a short stab right here, sell two, and then put your stop loss up there or up here, target down there. I mean, something I'm looking at. Like, again, I'm not in a rush to take a trade. I probably won't even take a trade. I'm just live right now, just seeing what price is provided. Because we can rebalance here, and then we got all this resting buy side. So, and then we got an open 4-hour up here. So market is closing early today as well. So let's just finish up getting this chart, you know, finished. We got 9:30 open right there. Go here, 9:30 right there. Boom. Yeah. Just not. See that? That's not really like exactly what I want to see. Just knowing we have an SMT kind of validates my bearish opinion here. So I am cool with that. Like, change again, the series of candles we changed. There's no gap, so it's not necessarily, but we have an SMT we took out buy side. So it is kind of like confirmation, like, yeah, we could go lower here. But the open's it's gonna spark something. So based upon what we do right inside of this gap, this tiny gap, we're expecting it, could have a very, very, very tight stop.
Order filled.
Like a very tight stop. Right there. So I'm really just putting $30 on this very tight stop, and I'm targeting here still. And if I have to add, I would add to this, but it's only because we're respecting bearish order flow. Leaving this open, getting inside of here. If we respect it, I want to see us invalidate this gap. We already came up. I want to see at this candle. I mean, it's the 25 candle, so it's either going to be volatile or not, you know. So just like that 25 candle, like I said, it's either going to push us in that direction or it won't. So let me, matter of fact, go here, check Forex Factory, 8:30 news. Yeah, so we have news. Again, I'm not really in a rush to trade, so very tight risk. When we get down to here, still gonna leave my stop loss in the same exact spot, but I want to see some form of breakaway. We opened up a 2-minute gap here. I want to see a form of breakaway, and then by the open, possibly this series of candles, I want to see in 5 minutes a change in the state. So it's not valid yet because we're on a 15-minute time frame, but in 5 minutes we know if any black candle is closed below, then we have a 15-minute change as well. So that means like order flow is selling off bearish. So that's kind of like the stab I'm looking at right now. We have this 15-minute gap that we have to still get inside of. Once we take this low, if we do, then, you know, go about how you would want to go about your trade. But once we take this low, eyes are going to be a little bit more open. We have that low is right there. And also I'd want to see a 15-minute change here as well. So if order flow wants to stay bearish. So again, I'm risking about $30. It's a quick stab. It's not really something like drastic. I want to see if I can add on to this. So 2-minute fair value gap stops right above it. Here, we'll put our stop right there. So we're risking $40 on this trade. I like this though. The fact that if we do change and close below here in the next like 3 minutes, I would look for 9:30 to pull back up to it, possibly add, and then, you know, get a continuation to sell side. We took out buy side, so that's one reason why we could go back lower. We have a bearish SMT. That's another reason why we can go back lower. We're respecting bearish fair value gaps in favor. So it's kind of like, it's all just adding the pieces to the puzzle. So see what we do here. If we respect here, we're more likely to go lower. If we don't, then possibly some of these highs get invalidated. But there has to be a reason. So hop on the 2 minute. Let's see if ES has a 2 minute right there as well. So I just want to see what we do here. If we respect, then I'm pretty confident. Mind you, we have a 3 minute change that we just pulled back up to inside this tiny 3 minute. So see what we have on the 5 minute. We have a wide open 5 minute up here. So boom, we can put our stop up there. Wide open 5 minute. So I want to see if we want to continue to sell off. And these next 2 minutes will validate that. So I want to put my stop loss deeper into this wide open 4 hour on NAS. Or what is it? Yeah, wide open 4 hour. So we have that SMT. I want to see in a minute and 30 seconds. I keep saying it because this is what you have to be looking for. My stop is it's fairly now it's $85 because I'm understanding, okay, we're like, how can I capitalize on this move with the market opening in about a minute? Because that's going to be big. We took this low. We're inside of a 15-minute gap and a 30-minute gap. So we took the low inside of this 30-minute gap. And that right there is confirmation to take the low inside of a gap to go higher. But we have an SMT pushing price lower. So it's all just what we do here. And in about 30 seconds, again, I'm going to see how I can limit my loss. So we displaced where I'm up in profit. I'm not going to took this low right there. So I'm hopping on the 30-second as well. Want to see what we did. Boom. Yeah, we took that. We're inside that 30-second. Yeah, from here, hands are off. We got about 30 seconds till the market opens. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there. I'm only risking $12 on this trade. We're up about 100 right now. Respected this gap right there. Order flow is bearish. We're selling. We're getting that order flow that we want to see. 2 minute got respected. So my stop is really where the 2 minute got respected. And I want to see a close below that blue line. So now if we pull back up or we just flush, then that's kind of what's going to happen here. So either we're going to pull back up to the change,
Order
stop
filled.
out, boom. And I'm okay with that. We lost $12 on that trade. Let's see what we do though. We did sell. So now I want to see if one of these charts have confirmation to go lower. But again, we took out that 30-minute low inside that 30-minute fair value gap as well as this 15-minute. And it's just, boom, we pull back to that 5 minute. So now I have to see what gets validated here. And
Order filled.
I'm going to sell here. Now I'm risking about $142. The reason why I sold here is because now we respected that 5 minute. We pulled back up. We pulled back up to the change. Now we respected that 5. Stop's going to go right above it. So I'm risking about $165. And I want to see the same exact spot get targeted. So there is no, and I will add to this trade if we want to pull back up on the 15. Everything happened though that we needed to see happen. SMT is still in place. So now if we pull back up, I will sell. And if we don't, then we don't.
Order
When we
filled.
pull back up, so I'm risking about $300 on this trade now. We pulled back up to it. We're inside of it, and now you just wait. There is no, like, nah. 30-second right there. I want to see continue to just change in the state right here and sell off bearish. Look how we respected all this. Can lower our stop. I wouldn't want to see us come higher than this though. From here, and just how market is opening. So I want to see a bit lower at this point in time. Yeah, we're gonna fucking hold on that real quick. Just wait.
Order filled.
All right, so look, we still got this buy side level that ES wants to take. We know that, or it's at least drawing. 30-second. Everything here is still valid, but we have to see what's going on, because it easily can just stop you out just to go back lower in favor. But you have to be like really, really aware of that. So I'm watching here. What we do in this moment, we're gonna respect. We already disrespected that gap, but remember, we're still inside of this 15-minute. That's gonna hold price. It's gonna hold price to go higher. But we still have this 5-minute. Jump on the 5-minute here. And here's like where, again, I can still see lower, but we're inside this 5-minute. So price is now getting respected. We're gonna look for what happens at this high. It looks like if we want to take this and we don't want to take it on ES, we have to see what happens from it though. That's really what's key. You have to kind of see what's going on from that though. So we have this high as well. We're here, look, and then this high. Which one gets manipulated? Which one gets, you know, taken or not taken? What that means is the market comes back up and it sweeps it. So you gotta really just understand what is really going on. And again, a lot of it is just manipulation to then get you out of your trade, displace lower. And look, we got lows right there with sell side. So we did take out a form of sell side on this right there. So it's just little things to then recognize. So we just gotta watch. We really just gotta watch. I'm still confident in a lower draw. So boom. We got this to here. So now we swept it. Look, we took it. Now I want to jump to the 30-second on both of these charts. We then did take this high. Again, recognize price, recognize conditions, recognize where we're at in the time. So now we're down about 200, right? And, you know, I'm not in a rush to take another trade. I'd rather let price action form my bias, which it already was formed. It was nice. We were up. And I'm confident. I'm happy with the risk. So now if we change here, look. Now if we change here and we do get lower, because we're supposed to respect this to then move higher. But if we change and we get lower, then it could be a confident.
Order
So boom.
filled.
Stop's gonna go up there. I don't want to see us hold inside of this. Even though we ran that gap a little bit, I want to see us tap inside of there. And then boom, head lower. But you gotta wait. You know, you can't determine that. You just have to react to it. Still would target the same exact spot. If I can add, I will add. We're gonna target our sell side. We got a wide open 30-minute. So let's see what happens right here. This is really important though, because we know we have an SMT. We know that one market took out the other high, this high. We didn't take it out on this one. So we did get through this gap and we changed. There's a likelihood for us to pull back up to it again. And look, we change here as well. See on the 1 minute if we change. We got 10 seconds to see if we get a change on the 1 minute as well. So now order flow is now changed to bearish after it was just ripping up bullish. And then we have this SMT as well. So I'm in the same exact type of position that I was just in that I lost on, but now I got myself into the same one. And if I were to lose this trade, I would pretty much call it. I wouldn't continue just to take the same thing because I'm seeing it. No, it's probability. So is it probable for us to sell off here? Yeah, I think so. We have everything. Everything got put in. Buy side was swept. Now, what I want to see here is a 2-minute change. So if we can confirm a 2-minute change instead of playing inside that 30-minute gap, then I like that. But I gotta really see. I gotta wait. I gotta see for that. And you know that all this is gonna take time. We got sell side. So hold on, let me hop on the 1 hour. Let me take this. I want to see where the 50% mark rests. Rest right there. 15-minute open fair value gap. 30-minute open fair value gap. And this is a beautiful target with sell side below us. It's a beautiful target. If price wants to come lower. We know we have sell side. We know we have all this. But just being that bearish and not pushing higher, you know. Let's hop on here. Let's see what that looks like as well. %50 mark rests right at the 50, damn near the 50% mark at that 15. So, in my opinion, like I said, it's confident. Let's hop on the 2 minute. Let's see if we confirm it. Boom, we changed in the state on the 2 minute as well. And market sell. This is where you can add confident. I want to see what's happening.
Order
So I'm
filled.
gonna sell there. Boom. So now I sold again, and now, but now I'm gonna tighten up my stop though a little bit. So 140. Or you could put it at the body of this candle. Because there is a 2 minute right there. There's a 2-minute gap. So you could put it right above this 2-minute gap as well. But like that's very, very, very good risk. $50. I'm gonna put it at the body. Just gonna let it rock out for right now. Again, I'm still targeting that same exact spot. I just want to see order flow get lower. We did run this, so we did change on the 2 minute. So now it's just it's a game of where you wait and you gotta be patient. You cannot force nothing in this. So 1 minute gap right there as well. Mind you, that's where the market will draw back into. It'll come back to these parts in the market, the change in the state, which that is right here on 1 minute change in the state. We took out that high again on ES. Did not take it out on NQ. So right here is just it's either a turning point or it's the market telling us something. So if we can get through this gap, that's going to be big. But you see how we're respecting, and we come in and we want to look like we want to move higher. Like, that's what I don't want to see. But
Order
you
filled.
just got to wait. So boom, down. So look, we're going to call it for today. That's just going to be it on the day. Nothing is as clear as we want it to be, but that's what you have to just realize, you know? Like, it's not moving accordingly. Even though, you know, we have these lines and it still can come to these lines later, it's not moving according to what the bias is, you know? Excuse me, even though it is a bearish bias and that we have SMT, all that, you know, it doesn't mean that the market is going to go exactly to where you want it to go. But again, hop on the 4 hour. We know we have this high all the way up here. Hop on the 4 hour over here. We just had swept this high. So, and then we know we have external over here. So it's clean. It still is clean. But again, this is type of move where this is what you'd want to see. Come to the 1 minute. This would be the last thing, like SMT, and we change on this 1 minute. If we were to change on this 1 minute, then that, in my opinion, is valid shorts. Depends how we change on this 1 minute, though. If it's not aggressive, and it's not like aggressively trying to go lower, then you feel me? Cool, out, I'm done for the day. I'm not even gonna bother. But we'll leave this up. It's 50% mark, just to show you. If we do want to rebalance, there's a possible likelihood to rebalance to that 50. But if we get this change, though, again, I'm not afraid to take the trade. That's the problem. It's just rules in place that why I wouldn't take the trade. And this, just like I said, it's probability. So it's not really always about taking that next trade. But I said, if it is clean, we get through this, then I'm gonna wait for us to get through it and show me. See, we didn't get through that blue line, which that's not what I want to see. Pull back to the fair value gap. Yeah, we didn't change. So it's not necessarily, it's just not that clean. Like, we have to do it on ES as well. So you have to really watch both. Like, boom, we respect that by like that much. And since we didn't change order flow, let's see if we want to go back higher. Like, now we're generating buy side. And we have high, high, high. And then, you know, high. We have all that generated. But again, just in my eyes, it's always patience. Patience will always live, bro. Patience will save you as well. You know, like, you have to be very, very, very patient in this game. It's not gonna just come directly to you. But we got the macro that we're about to enter in soon. So we respect this. Pull back up to this change, tiny change. Respect it. But I want to confirm. This will confirm now, right here. If we change here.
Order filled.
And this right here, that will be the last trade. But I do like how aggressive we pulled and how we actually get through it. So I really do like that. We got about a couple minutes to the macro. I want to see, again, that now this right here is going to confirm. But I like this 15-second. So Mind you, not just taking this trade with no context. Still is a SMT at the highs from here to then there. This to this. So this is the protected high. Just to show you that is the protected high. Now I want to jump to the 15-second on ES. And if you look here, we do get that change. So again, that's why I said this would be my last trade confidently. You know, I wouldn't be confident in any more shorts from here on out. That if we don't rebalance to here now, then that would be it. You know, I'm not trying to make money. I'm just trying to see what my model is and what my setup truly is and how can I like actually see that shit. You got a little bit of banging out there. But nah, genuinely. So hold on, let me mute this shit just so you guys can just see. But
Order filled.
so that's it on that day. Yeah, I'm telling you, it could do this shit all day. Yeah, I promise you. And you will, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll rage to that shit. It can take that shit again, and look, it could change in the state again, and you know that shit can come down all the way to fucking Narnia without you. But it's about how you feel. Like if you're connected to that shit, then I'm telling you, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Like this is not losing, this is taking risk accordingly. And you know, I'm gonna show y'all I won't take another trade and I'd rather just watch. Like this is where the rules come into play. Like right now I'm in a scaling period. So I'm scaling when I do take these trades. I am learning to take these trades confidently and with not a bit more size, but just like learning how to put on the risk accordingly and go about it accordingly. But if you look at any other time frame, bro, not much is happening. Like it's sideways. Again, if it's not moving up, it's not moving down, and it's going sideways, nothing's happening. And you have to actually just listen to that, you know? This is a rule for me. Like a max loss, you know, depending on what your max loss is and how you're moving about it, you know, you have to go about it. So it goes to show you, like, yes, you lose in this game, but boom, I'm locked out. What up? I'm on a follower. I'm not technically locked out on this, but like, boom, down 406 today, right? You feel me? You look at the trades and you look at one red day, and I'm not saying this shit to validate anything. This, I don't care, you know. I truly don't care. But to be a successful trader, you have to understand like what type of stabs you're taking. You know how many. I gave myself about how many trades? One, two. First one was about like $11 with fees. Short, it was quick. So I gave myself about, yeah, let's see, down 11, down 87, boom, 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 boom. Mind you, with great risk and going about that shit just accordingly, you know, and to just, nothing's gonna validate yourself more when you know that you're taking the right trades. You know that it's not that you're on the wrong side. You know that you're not like necessarily wrong. It's the fact that you're taking these trades and you're just following every rule. Like a rule now, like now if I were to break my rules is, again, like say I didn't lock out, I hit my max loss, and boom. Now fucking I'm trading this shit again for that shit, like I said, for that shit to change again. Not even change. Now I short and I enter premature. Boom, it fucking runs my shit again. I see this gap. Change. But I'm just making shit up at that point, you know. And then boom, I get stopped out. That shit isn't gonna do anything for yourself. Like you have to be able to come into the day, recognize what's happening. Like if I see from 9 o'clock, boom, took out sell side, and from there, to be honest, like we ain't do nothing. We really ain't do nothing. 9:30 barely did anything. Um, and after that, but again, I hit my max loss. I'm not gonna wait for the macro to tell me anything. If one of my rules are already just like, yo, max loss on the day, and you know, call it there. Like I'm telling you, like as a trader, you'll understand if you really do this. There's gonna be times where you break your rules, and that shit, I promise you, that's the worst. Like that is the worst thing that could actually happen to you. The worst thing that could happen is that you go into the day, you got you got a whole fucking whiteboard next to you, and you know, one of your plans are walk away at max loss, and it's highlighted. And now you see that shit. Oh shit. Walk away. Wait, no. Walk away at max loss. And now you see that shit. You look at your whiteboard, right? And you fucking continue to trade. Like that shit right there is going to bite you in the ass. Because now it's like, how do you give yourself an opportunity to trade for tomorrow? Like, how do you give yourself like I said, I took confident stabs, like risking $64 to then make 500. Bro, I'm cool with that. But how many times are you gonna risk that 64 or risk that 80 or risk that 100 and it's not working? And it's not that you're wrong. It's just that, excuse me, that shit's not working. I'm telling you, I'm seeing this shit, right? And this is what I want, like, people to know, like, the realist side of trading. Like, if you could be the best loser in this shit, and then you know how to lose, then I'm telling you, you're gonna be, bro, you're gonna be a dog. Like, you're actually gonna be a dog in this shit. Like, if you know how to lose and you know how to accept, well, okay, the market's just not going in my favor. You know, everything's happening. You know, we got a 15-minute change in the state. We're back at it right now. You know, but like, you know, why aren't we displacing the sell side? Like like everything happened, you know? We got sell side resting here, here. Let me make these just a color. We got sell side resting everywhere. We got an SMT. We had an SMT. No, I'm not really looking at the charts right now. I'm just talking at the moment. But look, 30-minute, Fair Valley gap wide open, and you're just like, yo, like everything happened, like, buy side taken, SMT, 15-minute change, boom, like, what's going on? And you took the trade at the perfect time, everything is going in your favor, and you think that it's just because, sorry, bro, I'm getting a little tired, I ain't gonna lie, but you're thinking that everything is supposed to go in your favor just because everything aligns. And now, like it looks clean. Like you're like, oh, all these lines, word, and nothing's happening. Like now, there's one way to look at it. You could look at it like you're wrong, or you could look at it like, well, there is market conditions. And like for me, this loss, that's actually amazing for me. Like that's actually amazing for me coming from where I came from in my journey and how long it took for me to start accepting losing. This is amazing. And to get to actually get paid from these accounts and shit, gotta know how to lose. Because if you don't know how to lose, then you're gonna just think you're a winner. You know? I don't post videos like to be like, oh, how I made this. No, I'm showing y'all niggas like how I really made this bread in X amount. Now, can you lose the same amount in X amount? Yeah, there's a very extreme likelihood for you to lose the same thing in 15 minutes or 20 minutes. But when the wins stack up and you know how to lose, and then you come into the next day, and the next day was clean price action. Market moved cleanly in order. You took that trade at the quote unquote right time. There's never a specific right time. It's when you see it, but you took it at the right time for yourself. And market went to your favor. Market dumped. Market ripped. And it went exactly where you thought it was gonna go. And now this loss, not just this one in specific, but whatever loss you had on the day, it's wiped and some. And I don't know how much and some means, but bro, I'm telling you, there is just days like that. There genuinely is days like that. So again, both accounts down 800, not down 800 on one, but down 800 across both accounts. But again, like genuinely up and blessed to just be like in the position where like this is big for me. This is huge. Like losing and accepting it, that's huge for me. There was a time where I couldn't do it. I thought I had to win every single day, and without winning, it was gonna be something. So I'm gonna clear this shit, and I'm gonna go to my combine. I promise you, when I was copy trading, I used to unclear it and trade on the account that I didn't lock out. And this shit just goes to show me like, all right, when I'm gonna lock out, I'm not coming back to the markets. It just goes to show God too, like this is the job. But you pull up, you trade, and you're done. Like there is no like I trade and I sit here all day and I'm just you're trading to try and make money. Like I'm not trying to show you guys the stats to say anything because this is when I just bought this second account and it's a combine still, but I'm just showing you like this is what it looks like still. Win, lose, like tomorrow I could come in and make 200 or 100 or shit 900. I don't know. Or just no trade. You don't have to trade every single day either. That's another thing. Like today, if I recognized if price was just price should have delivered, like, and that's something on my journal. I'm gonna really like get deeper in my journal. Like, all right, well, we kind of had a bit of a sell off before the open. When we opened, put in the SMT, and I wanted to see that sell off. Then there really wasn't not much happening from there. Market was it was a bit volatile, it was spiky, like all these long wicks, and that shit stopped me out. And from there, like, bro, at the end of the day, I don't really care. I'm finna enjoy my day, you know, like I'm only showing this shit to then show you like word, like boom, end the week like that, boom, start the week up like 5, and you know, take a loss that it still has me up, you know, 150 on the week. So whereas like I'm not tripping even if, you know, the next days are red or the next week is red. The reason is because all you have to do to get paid is pass one of these accounts, one of these. This is the pass one when it says express. The combine is when you're still quote unquote trying to pass it, but you're about to pass it. And obviously you gotta learn the skill first, but one day you gotta get 5 winning days. So 1 winning day, 2 winning days, 3 winning days, 4 winning days. Now, you could lose. Boom. Next day could be your 5th winning day. You don't have to get them all in a row. And once you pass it and you get 5 winning days, you're not eligible to take a payout. You feel me? And it's really like it's not that hard. But again, if you can't lose, like if you can't come into the day, like I look at this $400 loss and I'm like, bro, that shit is beautiful. Because, you know, all these wins are more than 400. Due to the fact that I lose or I take a little short loss in the morning, it doesn't matter. Because you could come back in and take this baby loss and bro, your next week, your next 2 weeks could just be green as fuck. 3 weeks could be green as fuck. You're supposed to look at this over the month. So again, like I'm just trying to teach y'all something as well as this shit is not for me to like stream and be honest to like show I'm a sole straight winner. Nah, this shit is just to show you guys that, bro, if you know what you're doing and you're smart and you're intelligent, I think everybody is in their own way, and you could like use your brain to like just see this shit. You can use your brain to know when to walk away, to know when you're like, all right, word, you know what? Like I feel like if I keep going and I keep losing, like if I kept trying to take a short in here, would I have lost? Yes, I would have. Over the next like 15 minutes, the last 15 minutes, if I kept trying to go short when I knew price action wasn't going to deliver, which again, you never know if it's going to deliver. That's why you're supposed to be able to take the risk and accept it. And that's why, you know, you have to accept everything that comes your way. This is like beautiful. This was a great learning day for me. You know, like not that I wouldn't even trade it again. I probably would trade it again. Like I liked everything I saw today. And, you know, it was it wasn't that it was like super ugly. It just wasn't the best price action. And then now you go and you look at like each time frame and you can see like, yeah, nah, it just really wasn't the best price action. So and you can't never ask yourself why you're trading it. You have to recognize that as you're trading it. You know, you have to be very reactive to like yourself. You can never just be like, well, nah. Like, you have to really like trade it, recognize it, and that also comes down to like what are you risking and you know, how are you going about it? So again, like I want to look at this. I want to look at the trade. I want to look at the contracts. They're very all even. They're really nice. Like I did not put on. I really did not take a loss more than again $105 at once or 140 at once. Yeah, very consistent like losses, which they were just very good stabs. Like if you go back and you look here, like lost, boom, took another stab up, capitalized on it. Cool. Go here. Tiny loss. Boom, made over like about like $320 or whatever again. But I had a little tiny loss. Boom, up. Closed it. Here. Little loss. Made over like 600. Ate that back up. 430. Go here. Bro. Took one trade that day. You feel me? And it just goes to show you like learn how to lose. Like this is why I'm starting this shit. I'm about to start this content shit and I'm never gonna stop because I wanna show like the realest side to it. Learn how to lose. Learn how to walk away when, you know, you take a win and quote unquote isn't the best. Like, nah, bro, like people work 10 hours for this. You know? People work 10 hours for that. People work fucking, you know, depending on how much you get paid, people work 10 hours for that. Overtime, double time, you know, like and like I said, the other account, this account, that shit's cooling. The Express is cooling. Like this is the account I passed. So if I'm getting paid from an account, right, and I'm losing, does that mean I'm really losing? No. That means you're in a position where you're really funding yourself. So like to actually stop the bleeding before you really start bleeding, you feel me? It's like that's what you're supposed to do in this game. So I wouldn't have an Express account if I didn't know how to lose, I guess you could say. Because there's times where I could have blown my own Express account. And I blown before this shit. Like, bro, I just had gotten over like my biggest fucking like habits was it was over trading and trying to just be a winner. Like thinking that if I won, I validated myself. Thinking that if, I lost, I was a failure and I couldn't trade. But now once I got that like that payout and I got paid from this shit, and I really learned that like, yo, like you gotta actually have days where there's an L in it. And now and one, it's humbling. Two, it resets your mind to be like, word, I'm about to come back in sharp now. And now if I lose again, I'm hyped because I know how to lose. I know that, okay, well, shit, I can give myself 2 stabs now, or 3 still. Shit, maybe even 4. But, if I go down and I lose, bro, let me just stop there and let me walk away and enjoy my day again. Once you pass an account, which I promise you, if you guys start, you guys will one day. And I use Top Step. Once you pass an account, all you need to do is get 5 winning days. You don't need no fucking 5 winning bangers in a row. You do need to make over $150. But again, once you learn, and I'm about to teach this shit. Once you learn the system, you understand the risk that comes into it and how you risk accordingly. I'm risking, about $100 sometimes to make like 5 or 7, 8. Sometimes I'm risking 200 to then make like 4 or 9. Sometimes, bro, you go back in the other video, was gonna be a banger ass trade. I fucked it up, and I was risking probably like, bro, maybe like $100, $200 to make like fucking 1,300, but I fucked it up, and those are little things like you learn from. But like, am I ever gonna get back into that position? Hell yeah, bro. Like like I genuinely believe like that's just what it is. That's what it's about. So New Year's coming. I'm really gonna be not on a decline, but I'm gonna really be hella patient. Come tomorrow, come Thursday. What's today? Tuesday, right? No, Wednesday. So come tomorrow, Thursday. Um, Friday, bro, I'm coming in. Same mindset. Come, pull up, watch. If price action is giving me data that I can read and I believe that I can take a trade, I will. If not, I'm gonna walk away. Streams are gonna be, just as how long they are. It doesn't matter. It's a stream. And then now, I gotta think. We got the new year coming. Like, like the market is just everyone's away. It's vacation. It's family. It's holiday time. The market isn't gonna be as consistent as you actually think. So from here, I just want to see what we really did, and we put in the S&T. Now we're running the buy side. So just goes to show you that at the end of the day, just because like I'm wrong in a sense, or market didn't provide in the way I thought it would, it doesn't matter. The market's still gonna perform in its order. It's a divine order that it's gonna still perform in. Once it puts in that bullish SMT, we're out of there. It doesn't matter how slow it goes or what it's doing or how sideways it went. Once it puts in exactly what it needs to, we're out of there. If you look, I'll read over it one more time. 9 o'clock, damn near. Sold off, and we took out this sell side level. Go to the 15-minute. Took out that low and inside of it, which is, again, like I said, it's a key for a reversal. I want to see where we really dove into. 1 hour. Yeah, we're inside of a 1 hour. took this low inside of this 1 hour. From there, put in this SMT. We're chopping, obviously. And from there, this is not like something I would trade. So me walking away that was the best thing that could have happened for me. And yeah, again, I'm gonna journal, open it up just to show y'all. I'm finna journal this shit. Hop here. That's all I do, bro. It's not really that deep. I'm telling you, this shit is not that deep. It's not as hard as people try to make it. It's just it's consistency. You gotta show up every single day. You gotta want to do it every single day. And there's times where you just don't want to do it. Like, do I necessarily want to journal right now? No and yes. Like, I want to journal only for the fact that I know I'm learning something, and I'm learning something new every single day. But then at the same time, do I really want to journal? Nah, bro. Would you rather just hop on a game? Hell yeah, bro. Would you rather, go smoke or go do this? Bro, hell yeah, bro. Like, you'd rather do all these things, but you gotta, like, it's sacrifice. There's things that you gotta sacrifice in this shit. So, again, I hope y'all fucked with this shit. This is the first live. We're gonna be back with hella more, and I'm really finna show y'all. And as y'all are watching, y'all can do the same exact thing too. So, I mean, there's probably gonna be a live stream where I teach this shit and I really show you guys how to set up your chart, show y'all how to take a short trade, take a long trade, really get into this shit. But again, with that, I hope y'all enjoyed with this shit, bro. And